Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English, and today's lesson is about expressions of frequency. The frequency of an action describes the number of times the action happens during a period of time. And we can describe frequency in two ways. The first way is using adverbs of frequency. And three examples are never. For example, Mark never cleans the bathroom. Sometimes. Mark sometimes cleans the bathroom. Often. Mark often cleans the bathroom. So these are three examples of adverbs of frequency. And there are many more, and I have another separate video which explains adverbs of frequency. I will give you the link at the end of this lesson. And we also have expressions. So this is the second way. And there are also some excellent expressions to describe frequency. And in this lesson, you will learn 5 of them. So let's start. Without fail. Without fail means that something is very regular. If we do an action without fail, we always do it. We do not forget it. Example. Jane goes swimming every morning without fail. Without fail. This means Jane always goes swimming every morning. She never forgets and she never misses it. Okay? Another example. I visit my parents twice a month without fail. Okay? Twice means 2 times. 2 times a month. The third example. Andrew makes a new YouTube video every Tuesday without fail. Okay, so this means that I make a YouTube video every Tuesday and I never forget. I always do it. And this is true. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel to watch a new video every Tuesday without fail. And we also use without fail to make a promise to do something, to reassure someone. Example. Mark asks, "Are you definitely coming to the party tonight?" And Jane replies, "Yes, I'll be there without fail." So Jane is reassuring Mark that she will be there. She's promising to be there. So she's saying, I will definitely be there without fail. Like clockwork. This is a very good expression. It means that something is very regular. Like clockwork describes something that happens at exactly the planned time. Like the mechanics of a clock. So this is the origin of the expression. This is the literal meaning of like clockwork. This is clockwork here. So a watch and a clock is very regular. And we can also say as regular as clockwork. This is the same meaning. It's another version. Example. The buses in London run like clockwork. So this means that they run on time, at the planned time. Very regular. Okay? Example, he wakes up every day at 7 o'clock, as regular as clockwork. So this means he wakes up at exactly the same time every day, at exactly the planned time, just like a clock. It's very regular. And finally, my dad calls me at 2 o'clock every day like clockwork. Like clockwork. So this is a very good expression that you will often hear. Religiously. And this also means that something is very regular. A person with a lot of discipline does things religiously. Religiously describes doing an important task regularly. Example: Jane walks her dog religiously every morning. Okay, so this means that Jane walks her dog regularly every morning. She has a lot of discipline. She never forgets. Walking her dog is an important task, and so she makes sure that she does it every morning. She does it strictly. It's very strict. I call my grandparents religiously every week. And religiously also means to do something carefully and strictly. Example: the chef followed the recipe religiously. The chef followed the recipe religiously. The teacher says, follow the instructions for the exam religiously. Okay, so the teacher is saying, follow the instructions for the exam very carefully, very strictly. Okay, follow the instructions. Okay. Every now and again, and every now and then. These two expressions mean the same thing. So every now and again and every now and then mean sometimes. Sometimes. So they describe things that happen occasionally. Okay? They describe things that are not regular. So it is describing events which happen, yes, not very often, quite randomly. Example: I don't often drink alcohol, but I have a glass of wine every now and again. Every now and again. Okay? She reads a newspaper every now and then. Every now and then. Okay? From time to time. And this also means sometimes. It describes an action that does not happen often. Example: Mark wears a suit from time to time. So we could say this, for example, if Mark wears a suit, I don't know, perhaps twice a month, for example, or maybe once a week, we would say Mark wears a suit from time to time. He wears a suit sometimes. Not often, but from time to time. I go to the cinema from time to time. And the last example: I don't see my sister very often, but she calls me from time to time. Okay, so she calls me, yes, perhaps twice a month, once a week. Okay, not very often, but she calls me from time to time. Okay, so there we are. I hope you enjoyed those expressions. Tell me which is your favorite expression in the comments. And here are some other videos which I think you'll be interested in.